So if you want to spend 29,500 Apex coins to complete the Shadow Society collection event, then you'll be guaranteed to get the Cobalt Guitar Artifact Dagger reward, which isn't an heirloom, it's an artifact. You're not going to be able to buy this for heirloom shards, and this is the main reason why new legend heirlooms have been delayed. For example, Mad Maggie's heirloom and Newcastle's heirloom. Both heirlooms that we really should be expecting by now, but we just haven't got them. But recent leaks tell us a lot more about these brand new artifacts, and some of you will be quite shocked to see how this is going to end up. So you've all seen the Cobalt Guitar, which is the first artifact, and it is universal, so you can equip it to any legend, but it doesn't have legend-specific animations. It just has the regular set of animations. We have found one slightly rare animation where you can see they pull out an Apex Predator card, which is a little bit interesting. Apex also shared the behind the scenes of them making this rare animation, which is cool, but it's really not that interesting as far as rare animations go for the other heirlooms. But we know that the artifact is supposed to be customizable, and this is how EA plan to make this a thing. In the future, more artifacts are going to be released in events. Now, I'm hoping they don't cost as much as this event does, but that's very likely going to be the case. Now, in the future, they plan to release more artifacts like these ones, which were leaked by Osvaldator. We can see this purple and blue one, and you can see this little more classy wooden and gold one. But although these just look like recolors of the artifact dagger, you'll be able to customize the artifact if you have more than one of them. And this screen that Osvaldator leaked right here shows an early version of this UI. As you can see, an artifact is broken up into multiple parts. So you have the blade, you also have the handle, then you have the power core, which is linked to the blade effects, and finally you have the death box. So Apex plan to allow people who have bought multiple artifacts, which already cost hundreds of dollars, to be able to interchange these different parts. So you could put this purple blade on the wooden handle. Now, whatever power core you decide, whether it's, for example, this crystal one, or if it's the blue skull that's in the Cobalt Guitar, that will determine the visual effects that the artifact has. So if you choose the Cobalt Guitar's core, then it will have the blue lighting effect. If you chose that crystal, it will have the golden lighting effects. And finally, of course, you get to choose a Deathbox skin, which proves that they're also planning to keep releasing more Deathbox skins, which you get, by the way, for completing the entire collection event, which costs almost 30,000 Apex coins. So all of this being in the files is proof that they plan to keep releasing these artifacts and make them interchangeable. But the only way of getting these artifacts may not be from collection events. Crowrindo did mention that his source said they were working on some kind of new currency for these artifacts. For example, artifact shards, which you could purchase or get from Apex packs. All of this, of course, is subject to change, but a new type of currency for these artifacts so that you can buy them in a new kind of store sounds interesting, but if they work anything like heirloom shards, it's still going to be very hard to come across them, and the main way of getting them will still be from events. So what do you think of the customizability of these future artifacts? Are they good? Are they worth the amount of money that you have to spend to even get one of them? Are they different enough to even consider buying two of them to make a new unique artifact? I feel like there's not enough variation that I would care enough to want to spend hundreds of dollars just to add a little bit of variation. Personally, I'd love to see normal heirlooms come back next season. In normal 24 cosmetic collection events, don't have gambling monetary systems where you can actually buy specific skins that you want without having to gamble hundreds of Apex coins, hoping that you get the skin you want. And apologies for being kind of negative about this, but I think most of you agree that this is not really something any of us want. And to charge so much more than a normal heirloom for these is just annoying when nobody asked for them. But there you go. Hopefully that gives you a little more context of what to expect for the future of heirlooms and these artifacts. Of course, the way EA plan to sell us these are always subject to change. Who knows? Maybe we get lucky and they do give us a free artifact in the future, like the playtester told us. But regardless, I'm not a fan of the artifact, and that's the bottom line.